Hi, Natalia. All right, I'm going to do your 30-minute spiritual healing now. So, you've shared some extraordinary memories that you have before being born and a past life where you were killed, and the experience moving beyond the body and into a space of questioning about the world and why this world is so dark, and into a space of all-knowing understanding, and then coming back to earth and now going through life experiences that were traumatizing as well. And all that you've come through and all of this is just extraordinary. So, you also shared this really beautiful poem, and I'm going to share it in the YouTube notes if you're interested in reading the poem that Nathalia wrote. It's short and really beautiful, and it's got a courageous note to it. I really like it. I'm going to relax here, and then I'm going to connect with you, and we'll get started, okay? Because you're wanting some answers, and you've gone through so much in your life, and you are sort of like that butterfly coming out of the cocoon, and this energy work is really going to give you a massive boost, okay? All right, I'm excited to get started. So I see blank, but it's interesting because there's eyes that blink. So I just see a white page, but it's alive, and there's eyes that are blinking and looking back at me from white. So how do I see the eyes? I can't explain it. I feel confused. I feel confused by blank. I can feel confused. Why are these eyes blinking back at me, but there is no mouth to smile or to frown? Why won't blank share something more with me, some version of an emotion? Showing me being a a childlike male, and then this really disturbs me, but hands kind of coming around like it's going to break the neck, like move the head in a way it's just going to snap the neck. It's really bothersome to me. It's just because it's that sort of, it's a child that is being with hands touching it in this way. And in my mind, I say, please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. It's fascinating because the child has no expression of fear at all. It's just sort of watching television, and then it is the menace that is behind the child that is intimidating and inspiring some alternative version to be afraid. The child's not afraid at all, but yet some other part of the scene is, please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me. The hands are really wanting to choke or suffocate, really wanting to smother, really wanting to prevent oxygen, really wanting to kill, wanting to it's more than just break the neck. There's something about suffocate or stifle your power, stifle your influence to be happy. And it's way too close for comfort, right? But that's the fascinating part, because now this child who is just totally oblivious doesn't even acknowledge it. It just still watching television, and it was all an illusion. It was all an illusion to intimidate, but the intimidation didn't work. So it's like, well, I guess I can just go try to intimidate somebody who will be intimidated by me. So when that happens, there's a weird snake that sort of uncoils from around the neck and is slithering on. There is even sort of a creepier face now entering into the scene. This intimidation face really wants to be acknowledged. It really wants to I'm here. I'm intimidation face. You should be scared of me. So I'm just going to chill out. I'm just choosing to relax. Intimidation face is trying to tell me about the creepy things that it can do to me. The thing is it can't do anything to me unless I believe it has power to do things to me. And then I become vulnerable to my belief system. I say, there's nothing that you can do because I am love. Do you know what I can do for you? I can love you. And I can help you find freedom from wanting to pick and torment and intimidate and suffocate others. Because you yourself have been suffocated, you yourself have been intimidated, and you have failed. And because you have failed, now you're the broken one wanting to break everybody else. That is why I'm going to help you feel better. The scene changes to a child that is crying and in a blank scene. But it's definitely like a basement scene, but there's nothing here, it's emptiness. But crying, it's like mom and dad will never come home again. And nobody is in the house. It's like a 3-year-old child, a boy, crying, wearing black sweatpants and a black shirt. This scene is like a stomach that has swallowed up all of the love in this world. Because it has broken the heart of a child who is now crying. A child who has no defense or ability to change the reality. It can't cook food for itself. It can't, go buy its own clothes or stitch its own clothes or however. It needs help. This young boy needs help to accomplish those things. But one thing children are good at is loving. Unconditionally loving time and time and time again and trying to do their best to do right. But when they are broken in this way, it's very hard. And this sort of swallowed up stomach experience is really overwhelming. It weighs heavy in the stomach. They're showing me a sack full of golden coins, which is also extremely heavy in weight. I feel like crying so much. I can't stand it anymore. There's just too much weight of this world. And the greed and the money that people take from each other. And it's so heavy. It's our burden that we carry. And they don't care about our feelings. All they care is that they have what they want and not about our needs. That's what you say. It's overwhelming. There are too many plates spinning, too many sticks to carry. Too many thoughts to try to unravel, too many emotions to be felt. When this happens, you have to stand up and allow yourself to understand that it is love in all things. Doesn't matter what it looks like, doesn't matter what it can feel like for others to endure. We just support each other. And then we find our balance by lifting ourselves up, standing up and saying, I am loved. Standing up and saying, all is in balance. All is as it is meant to be. I choose to be a reflection of love. Therefore, I am loved and I am love. It's a really big deal. I see this young boy version, there's sort of not crying anymore. But there before, there's some very massive feet that keep getting bigger and bigger, and quite a massive angelic form, growing out of proportion, breaking all the floors that are, we're in like a deep basement. So we have like first floor, second floor, third floor, just like breaking floors, breaking apart the whole structure. Breaking the whole structure apart. Angel is massive angel wings, keeps growing bigger, 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 is so strong and so impenetrable. It's so massive. It is so worth seeing. It is the light. It is the power. It is the strength. It is dense. It is as dense as we experience our physical reality. It too is physical. It too can be seen by the human eyes. It too can be touched by human hands. This angel can. This angel is saying, I am not having it. I am not going to stand for any more of this. I am the angel. I am breaking the structure. I am to be seen. I am to be that light of love. I am going to change everything. That is what is going on here. It's really incredible. It's like, whoa, it's awesome. It's so awesome. It's really awesome. It's just, it's hard to come down from because it's just so much energy and so much impact and such an avalanche. It doesn't have to even make a sound for it to just be the avalanche, It just changing everything. It's a massive vibration running through you. Step into your power. Step into what you are capable of. Step into who you are. Why settle for these emotions? Why settle for these creepy scenes? Why settle for this dense intimidation? Why settle for the suffocation? Why settle for the sadness and the misery of the world? Why not settle for being happy? Why not settle for taking your power back? Why not settle for being you, for growing and expanding and just being that earth-shattering, awesome angel? It's powerful. It's incredible. It changes everything. One person can change an entire world. One person can change the whole world. You can be that person, not by choosing to feel grief or the burden, the stumbling moments, the moments that just weren't right, but by really focusing on you and who am I and what am I capable of and being what you are capable of, because I'm telling you, it's seriously awesome. Be that. You are that. Don't settle for anything else. So, we're waiting. Sturdy angel, super angel. The ground is bubbling. There's sort of a rocky sensation. There's kind of a weird feeling in my stomach. Things aren't as penetrable as I had thought they were. Things don't change as easily as I had felt that they would. These feelings and thoughts are inspiring you to become smaller. Sometimes there is a massive tide of water. It just feels like it's on the brink of just taking us all out. A massive tsunami, like a hand coming out from Mother Earth to take and just grab a bunch of human beings and then pull them back into her, water body. More human beings for my water body. More and more. It just feels like the wave of destruction, the wave of the inevitable death is reaching for me and now to take me into the abyss of darkness. It is not your truth, I say, but it's okay to feel that way. A lot of us get to feeling that way sometimes. It helps to have a friendly face and a hand to hold somebody who understands. I'm with you in this room, holding your hand. You're the size of a normal human being. This young boy is still sort of just sitting there, not crying, just kind of perplexed. Like, what's this all about? What's going on here? I'm still not sure what's going on, but something is going on, and I don't feel like crying anymore. I feel like figuring this out now. There's something important. I'm encouraging the boy to stand up. I'm encouraging the boy to come to you and then share a gift of love with you. It just feels like the blinking eyes staring back, and there's just, how many pairs of blinking eyes can we put on one earth where just there's nothing but blinking eyes looking back at us? Go to Walmart, how many blinking eyes are there? And we don't choose to really relate to each other. We just want to be away from each other. Get our groceries and be done. How many pairs of blinking eyes in the blank world? Is this boy's eyes blank? Are they just blinking? Or is there something more to this world that is worth choosing to acknowledge? There's more eyes that are blinking, but there's more to them than just blinking. We have to choose to agree that There is a lot to each and every person on this planet. There is a lot to each and every person. Maybe we don't know how to express that. We don't know how to tell people our real sides. We have our friends and family we talk to, and we don't go any further than that. Why is there a reason to go further than that? There is a reason to a degree that it's important for us to start acknowledging we're all important. We are all versions of love for each other. It's how deep do you want to go to work on yourself? That is the challenge here. Not all human beings want to work on themselves. Not all human beings want to acknowledge their shortcomings, or want to find a way to really grow, really think about their identities, really think about why they are choosing the things they are choosing in their lives, not just accepting it, but thinking about it. Sometimes it feels like maybe you or I, or we're all just, some of us here are doing all this work, and so much depth to you, so many deep thoughts, so many deep emotions, so many deep feelings about so many things. And those deep feelings, deep thoughts, deep emotions, all that depth keeps bringing you really, it's just pulling you down into the dark abyss, all right? It's not depression though. It's just depth. And too much depth can create shadowy feelings, and shadowy feelings that pull us into kind of the dark abyss, when we really need to just acknowledge balance, acceptance, love, and just know that everything is as it's meant to be. Every soul will choose to explore themselves deeper when they are meant to. And we're more than just blinking eyes, blank slates with blinking eyes. We really are. And just trust in that. Trust that there's a purpose for everything. There's a really awful energy shift. I mean, it's a horrible pit in my stomach feeling again. I feel like I am going down the puke fest toilet, and it's in my mouth, and I'm just swallowing it and eating it. It's disgusting. It's just contaminated by it. It's all over me. It's in my everywhere. It's just gross. That's what the energy feels like. I feel contaminated by this world. I feel contaminated to the degree that it's inside me, and I'm grossed out by it, and I can't purge myself or purify myself from it. It's just overwhelming me. That's what this is. So, what we do here is disconnect from emotional reaction, disconnect from all of the reasons to react, okay? We don't react, we just step back, acknowledge the reality feels like this, and what can we do to make it feel better? Puke Fest toilet is a bit of a challenge here. I'm trying to understand where this is coming from and why this is there. What is going on to inspire you to have this experience? Spirit guides say, allow her to let go of this. Allow her to choose to say, I am letting go of Puke Fest toilet reality. Because the reality is beautiful. The reality is resurrected. The reality is Christ consciousness. The reality is unconditional love. The reality is angelic. The reality is healed. I am healed. I am healthy. I am love. I am loved. The reality is infinite love. The reality is, but what do you believe the reality is? Don't allow yourself to succumb to the belief that because it is. Don't succumb to the reality that this world can't choose to say, I am healed. You choose to say, I am healed, and now you make the difference by saying, I am healed. If we all said, I am healed, every single human being on this entire globe, each and every day, 5 times a day, all we did was say, I am healed, I am love, I am loved. And that would change the entire world instantly, because we are all choosing to acknowledge our now is that I am healed and I am love. So we have to start a bandwagon. We need you to start saying, I am healed, I am love. I will say it with you. I am healed, I am love. Now there's 2 of us saying it. I am healed, I am love. It's fascinating because I just did a healing where we explore the same thing. It's such a huge it makes such a monumental difference. It cannot be denied. It cannot be denied. It's about the easiest thing anybody could do to heal themselves is just say, I am healed. It's amazing what it does. So as PukeFest toilet consciousness, I'm choosing to, as PukeFest, puke brains, puke eyeballs, puke stomach, puke mouth, puke throat, everything, puke hands, puke body. And I'm saying I am healed. I'm just going to keep saying I am healed, I am loved. I am healed, I am loved. There's so much energy, so many dark feelings that are ready to go, ready to be purified, ready to be healed, ready to be acknowledged, ready to be loved. I am loved, I am healed, I am loved. It's slowly happening. There's just a big part of your brain just doesn't, it just wants to see a beautiful world. It doesn't necessarily want to activate the beautiful world. It just wants to see the beautiful world. Doesn't mean you're not doing things to inspire this world to become a place that is a reflection of I am healed, I am love, I am loved. But the mind, the mental energy is saying that, is just really wanting to say, but human beings are suffering, but human beings are being abused, but human beings are liars, but human beings are stealing from us, but human beings are this, that, and the other thing. Human beings aren't saying I am love, I am healed. Human beings aren't doing this right now. Therefore, this isn't actually happening. This isn't actually real. It's still, the mental body is still holding on to choosing to see the news of the day is the real world. But that is the illusion. That's the illusion. The news of the day is the illusion. The illusion that inspires us to grow into the ground. Hide away from the world, close our doors, not talk to our neighbors, not be nice people anymore. We're just slowly working our way into the ground. Instead of saying, no, news of the day, I don't care what you say to me. You're an illusion-based wisdom that is inspiring everybody to grow backward instead of grow forward in love. And I'm acknowledging it's an illusion, so I'm just going to start choosing to be the world that I want to live in. And because I'm going to choose to say I am loved, I am healed, now I am going to experience the reflection of a world that is loved and is healed. People say, how do we go between a 3D reality into a 5D reality? Well, start saying I am loved, I am healed. Now we start moving from a dimension, a dense dimension of heavy weighted misery and stress and self-hatred into a dimension of, wow, I feel light and airy because I am loved, I am healed, I am love. How do we do it? We start acknowledging what we are. Are we love or are we hate? X over hate, I am love. This language changes everything massively. Massive change. Would you want that little boy in the basement to say, I am hate, I am destroyed, I am ruined, I am in grief? Or would you want to say, I am love? I am healed and I will heal you because I love you. You want the boy to say that. You want everybody to say that. But it really feels like this boy is quite special. This boy has got a very special twinkle to him that is really you would be so sad to see him crying in a basement alone, because it would just be the devastation of humanity if that happened. You would rather the hand of tide take you away into the abyss of darkness than ever to see this little boy cry. But again, now we are going into the deep emotions. There's value here to acknowledging how much you love this boy and how much you love to see him happy and him smile. There's value to this. Spirit just wants me to stop at that. There's value to this, and allow that value to warm your heart, is what Spirit says. So that's what we're doing. When that happens, there's instantly like a push or purge of pukey energy out of the shoulders and sort of upper back region. It just pukes out. You're saying to the boy, let's go, let's get out of this basement. Let's go somewhere beautiful. Let's experience joy together. Let's experience joy in all the reflections, as in Mother Earth joy, by exploring a beautiful garden. So we feel joy in our heart, and the reflection of joy is in a very beautiful flowery garden. Now we are not only experiencing joy within, but we are experiencing joy in the world around us. It's important that you know that you are worthy and deserving of love. Worthy and deserving of scenes that are healing for you, scenes that are revitalizing, scenes that love you in return. Something about these experiences have really beaten you down to the core in a way that it sort of suppresses that growth factor that helps you to feel your connection with love. Feel the voice that keeps telling you how loved you are. I mean, that's just zipped out of there. Where's the voice that says how loved you are? You have to start choosing to say these things to yourself and believing them. Feel the love this child has for you. Feel that amazing connection. And know that this child would be devastated to see you cry, just as you would be devastated to see him cry. Now we are starting to see true love reflections, true soulmate connections. Now we are starting to see a reality that is loving, because we are choosing a loving world for ourselves. The more love you choose for yourself, the more that your reality becomes a reflection of love. So as we are in this garden, there's some sort of strange, odd creature coming out of the garden. I mean, the flower bed is in a circle, and there's sort of a pathway that circles around it. And then out of the flower part, there's like a weird, like a blobby hand or a weird creature. There's an eyeball now looking through the hole that it created, because there are no flowers now. It's like a giant underneath the ground, and you are just standing on the cement. It's just so many scenes of violence. I mean, a pterodactyl that is hungry, weird alien space war, a lot of military type vehicles stretched over a desert scene, people wanting to kill each other, and sort of different levels of weaponry. There's an energetic reflection really wanting you to continue to focus on the terror, focus on the war, focus on the evil, focus on the chaos. As long as all human beings are focusing on the chaos, chaos will still be a part of our experience. It will always be a part of our experience if we continue to focus on it. So one less person focusing on it every day starts to alter a reflection across the globe. Be that person for us. Be that person that chooses to stop seeing that as the most important, most valuable piece of wisdom we can all know, is the chaos wisdom. be a person that says that isn't the most valuable thing, and I not choose to see, know, relate to that wisdom. That wisdom does not relate to me at all. I don't, it's really shocking how badly this chaos wisdom is really trying to grab a hold of you and just will not, it just refuses to. It's like, see me, see me, see me, I'm everywhere, I'm everywhere, I'm real, I'm real, I'm real, see me, I'm real. That's like, you turn on TV, you watch the news some more, you read the newspaper, you go watch some really scary conspiracy theory related YouTube videos, go watch some more television. I mean, listen to it on the radio. It's like as much attraction to every single note of violence we can get our hands on. Let's just fill our brains with that every day. And now that it's just too much violence in here. I'm like that. It's like, but it doesn't need to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. It's not this way. It's really not. I'm picking a flower and I'm handing it to you. Would Mother Earth want you to look at her flowers, or would she want you to look at human beings killing each other? Do you want, Mother Earth says, would you like to appreciate my beauty? I made these flowers for you. I thought maybe you would like them. I grew this tree for you. And some grasses, I grew these for you too. I was hoping maybe you might like my grass and might like my tree and the flowers I grew for you. Would you be okay maybe noticing me sometimes, because it would make me really happy if you would notice me. Maybe I can touch your heart and help you feel better, so you don't feel so sad inside. This world isn't as broken as it seems to be. So she says. Spirit is saying, when you connect with your deeper heart, when you connect to who and what you truly are, which is the super angel, when you start walking in those shoes and start being that identity, you're going to take your power back in ways you couldn't even imagine. You're going to start redefining your identity as a human being and really allowing that beautiful, extraordinary soul to start filling in the gaps of your life and start filling in that profound, loving world that you are so ready for. Part of entering into that reality is allowing your heart to come through, connecting with your love, choosing to say, I am healed, I am love, believe in it, and allow that wisdom to really touch your life and change the mold of the way things are, because it will change the mold. You'd asked me about a question about a relationship that sort of kind of goes back and forth, constantly going back and forth. Let's see if they say anything about that. It's sort of like, again, where do there's something in the way, there's too many sort of things going on. First, they show me you choosing to look at the war, you sort of being in a space of some sort of love and harmony. You've got flowers here and Mother Earth. This is before the weird hand and the eyeball, right? So you're in a state of harmony and love. But then instead of looking down at the flowers, you turn away and start looking at the sort of the violence again. Then you come back to the flowers, you start looking at the flowers, but it could be easy to be distracted or sort of bounce back and forth. I'm telling you, it just boggles my mind how many scenes of chaos want to keep creeping in here. It's like, how many scenes of chaos? Like military men coming down in ropes, wanting to destroy your happiness. I mean, weird sort of bombs blowing up, weird freaky faces. It's like they're all illusions. They are all illusions. they're all illusions. They are not real. They're trying to get your attention. They're trying to feed them. They want you to keep feeding them your focus so they can be powerful instead of love be powerful. And you are the love that's already the power. You already are everything. You already all are the infinite. You already are the love. This relationship thing. Let me see if I can put a better answer on it, but it's going to take like a journey sort of thing to do it. They just aren't going to. They just aren't there. I have to disconnect. They just keep showing me the same thing. You can either look at the chaos and sort of the gloom and doom, or you can choose to be who and what you are. When you choose to be who and what you are, you start demanding love in your life, and love that is reliable, love that is consistent, love that nurtures you time and time again. That's what they're saying. That's all they're going to say. Some part of this, you have to go deeper and more introspective. You've had a lot of things happen in your life that would inspire this sort of type of relationship challenge. Plus, you have children, so it makes it even more, a little more complicated. But this energy work is really to help you see and help you balance with your power and help you let go of that darker sort of twang going on in there. Help you to let go and see who and what you are, and then step into that. This is only the beginning, right? There's so much more, so much further we can go. These experiences. Just keep saying, I am love, I am loved, I am healed. Do it every time you take a shower. Just say that. Every time before you go to bed, every time you wake up in the morning. Tell Spirit, I want you to show me how I can experience love in every area of my life. I'm going to start today by saying I am love, I am loved, and I am healed. And we're going to start there. And I'm going to, whenever I feel sort of angry or frustrated about something, I'm going to instantly acknowledge that I'm choosing the sort of the gloom and doom feelings, and instead I'm going to turn that frown upside down, and I'm going to fill my mind and thoughts with something positive. I'm going to start with these simple acts, and then we're just going to keep going with them. It's amazing what these tiny little inserts into life can really do to enhance things, to turn right around and become a whole new experience for you. All right. That's all I can share. Thank you very much for exploring this work with me. I loved everything you wrote. It's really extraordinary, and the poem was really beautiful, and it really shares a lot about your deep feelings and your deep experiences about life, and on a human level and on a spiritual level. So I want to thank you for this experience again, and your willingness and open-mindedness to share it with us so we can learn from you. And for those of you watching, if you're interested in connecting with me one-on-one, I'd love to visit with you and explore spiritual healing or psychic wisdom service. Please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting my channel.